I was just traveling along and I was reflecting on this gas station because this is where I was stuck for 4 days when I was in a camper right by these rocks, and this entire place was just filled with semis and we're just stuck in the snow. I point this out because as I was traveling along, I was like, you know, this makes me reflect on the whole journey of finding housing, and that was the start of me learning where all the problems are and just struggling with housing. So you know, I had my brother's wife's family, they gave me a camper, so I was able to have a camper, but I had nowhere to park it. So eventually I had to, like, you know, research, and I either had to still pay rent somewhere to park it somewhere, or I needed to find somebody gracious enough to let me park it. And, you know, some people make it work with, you know, BLM land or something, but there's still not, it's still limited, you know, control of that area. You know, you still have, like, you know, the government says, well, you can't park on BLM land anymore, we're going to increase the fees or something like that. I remember, you know, the third or fourth day just looking out, looking at the stars and seeing the clouds break, and it was an emotional moment for me just because of the strain on my soul, and then just seeing the clouds part and just seeing the innocent little gleaming stars among that dark time. Those stories that we all have in our lives, you know. Yeah, I remember just semis being all over the place. You couldn't get out. Everybody was trapped, gridlocked in, and people were going to that gas station restaurant thing trying to get some food, and it was overrun. It was just crazy. So we find ourselves in these problems, and we don't need to be. We can solve all these problems. It's becoming so popular, you could just like live. Airstreams, I have a video about that. And these Sprinter vans too. Now everybody's doing it.